Okay, on the previous video, we have seen how to fetch data with just built-in fetch API in JavaScript. But in this video, we'll see how to make this functionality just more easier and simplified with Axios. And we will fetch data and we'll just render it on our just browser like that. And if we go to next Axios npm or Axios documentation. So here, this is the library for data fetching and mutation. And just look at the OT downloads. It will just make your work with just APIs easier. So for that, we need to just install Axios. We'll use one. You can use npm. This is the command to install, and we're gonna just installing Axios in our app. For that command add Axios, you can use npm install Axios like that. Okay, so in this scenario, we'll just import. Okay, import this Axios from Axios, not it is. Okay, we can use it for we can replace the paste with axios.get, and by default, like paste, you don't need to convert it. We'll get directly data in here, and or JSON in here, JSON type or any type of data. We'll get data like JSON dot data like that. So this is our actual data from our server, from our API response. So suppose in this case, for just normal fetching data, we don't need to, we are not getting any benefits to use Axios alternative to fetch API. But suppose you need like data mutation or passing data, or using any type or any another method like post, get, or like make a CRUD application, or post data to server, or using REST APIs. So in this case, fetch API will be horrible. Like, so before that, we'll see our app is working or not. Wow, loading. Okay, it is, everything is working. So just normal fetching, we don't need Axios. We don't have any benefit, but it's just simplified, just one line in our code for our get, and you can pass. You can make like Axios instance. You can create just default configuration for Axios with Axios.create, and you can create Axios instance, and you can add headers in here, and you can use it with just the same functionality. You can use in multiple place. Like if we search on the like creating new, expanding Axios dot create a instance of Axios. Okay, like we can pass our URL like that. We don't need to pass URL every time. We can create a global reusable function, and we can pass like our necessary headers. We can handle errors with here, and we can do like a lot of things. And we cannot do this, like we can handle timeout. We cannot do this with fetch API. So this is a plus point for us. So in this case, or if we, so everything is working. Suppose you need to fetch or pass data to server, like suppose in our app we have the const data is equals to, okay, not data, const name is equals to just static static name is test, and const submit create post create name variable state simple function, and like paste method post. In this case, we need that to paste or pass. So by default, paste API use just get method, but if you need to use like post method or any another method and pass data or anything else, you need to pass like manually pass a body like that, convert it to JSON. Also, whenever we was just fetching data, we need to convert it just to JSON. So this is the problem, but Next.js Fetch API extends a lot of functionality to work with API and SSR, SSC, or anything else. Next.js extends that default Fetch API and make it more powerful. But React, it is a normal Fetch API that we can use in any JavaScript application, and we need just the same lot of boilerplate code for Fetch API, but we can do the same functionality easily with Axios, like Axios dot. Okay, we need to import it. Axios dot post. We need to pass our just URL like that, and we can pass our data here, and the third options we can pass or option like headers, content type. We can pass like authorization, or we can pass like manual configuration here, like authorization, and we can pass just our BRR token from that we have set in our cookies or localhost. So this is the plus point of use Axios. Okay. So this is just similar functionality, and in the next video we will we'll see how to use SWR to fetch data and make it more easier and more just powerful to fetch data and working with that. So you can try with Axios, like you can create like API client like that, and if we try it, so I'll show you. Like create as different hook, use axios.th x API HTTP. So our base URL, you can set your base URL in JSONPlaceholder.com, timeout just millisecond, and we can use it. So we need to import it in the last export default API client. We don't need to use this. Okay, so there the use case like API client dot get. So there you have the set your default configuration. You can set you can pass like authorization token in this one place. You don't need to pass authorization in or like headers in multiple place or anything else. You can just set it out in one place, and you can use like API client dot get, API client dot give dot here, and you will see what type of methods you can use, like post, put, pass, head, or anything else. And here like delete method you can use. So this is the benefit exists over Fetch API. You can just test it out. Okay, so we will use this function like API client in our Fetch function, like API client. We need to import it. Okay, we are not getting any suggestion. Need to import it manually. Const hooks. Okay, we are getting. So this is our API client dot. We have the type safety. We have type safety. How to you get, and this is the get method. By default, it is URL, and we know what type of method we are using. But by default, to Fetch API use just get method. So this is it, and this is the normal function. This is for handling temporary data, and this is it. This is simple functionality, and we are using this use phase data here, getting data, error, loading, and just if we have loading, we are displaying loading. If we don't have like loading state, data.length is 0, no post found, or otherwise we're just displaying our data. So everything is working. Okay, now in the next video we'll discuss about a SWR.